What's going on? This is a video response to Hiberniason. He did a video called "This Is Why We Train," and it's focused on an article on the WND news site. It's actually a news site that I frequent, and I also saw this article. And the article is "Terrorist Super Access to Strike Within U.S. Imminent Attacks Planned by Al-Qaeda, Quds Forces, and Hezbollah." And Lambdog76 also did a video. And one of the things he mentioned was that he sometimes takes these articles with a grain of salt, and that's fear-mongering. You got to sometimes wonder of the source. And Hiberniason went into, I'm kind of recapping for people who are sub to me watching this. He kind of went into, if you're training, this is why you train, to be prepared for the unexpected, to be always at the ready. And especially if you're living in a state where you're allowed to carry, permit to carry. God, I wish I lived there. Fortunately, I am located in the Socialist Republic of New Jersey, one of the worst gun law states around. But that being said, it still doesn't mean that one should not be at the ready, period. Should be knowledgeable on how to spot something that's out of the ordinary. And I did a video, I'm going to tag it onto this video, those of you who have not seen it. I called it Situational Awareness. Very simplistic, straightforward information video on how to spot things and be situationally aware. Sorry, it's been a long day. And it could be just as simple as noticing your surroundings and people that are around that are acting in a certain way that is not normal for the situation. We'll use the Massachusetts bomber as an example. If you see somebody that's kind of nervous, got their hands in a bag, looking around and doing anything but watch the race, that's a warning sign. Profusely sweating, looking, darting their heads left to right, visibly having nervous tics. You shouldn't be so enveloped in whatever you're doing or so involved in what you're doing with that, by completely losing yourself in that event without seeing what's around you and knowing what's around you. That being said, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in here. I do a lot of work. Part of the reason why I got involved in preparedness was since September 11th. It's sent me on a journey of being very aware of what's going on with terrorism. I felt that was one of the things I wanted to be prepared against. That's what started my whole walk into that mindset that, wow, if everything fell apart, I'd be pretty much screwed, you know. And so it got me involved in really delving in and learning, and I ended up becoming an advocate for Israel. It's one of our only democratic allies in the area of the Middle East. And I got involved basically on, I heard a lot of crap going on that it was some, Jewish-led conspiracy that caused September 11th, that it was because of our alliance with Israel that caused that to happen. And when you do the historical study, not only do you see a pattern when it came to the Jewish people, it made me aware and kind of turned me into an activist, where I actually, and you did an awesome video series, Hiberniason. In fact, that's, I think, when I subbed to you. You were the first channel I ever heard do a very substantial, on-the-money, historical, step-by-step teaching on where Israel, how it came to being, and some of the different things of why we should be supporting them. And it was just an awesome, and I was blown away because I was teaching in my church these very same things, and also bringing in the connection as a Christian, what our connection to Israel and the Jewish people and and all that. But that's totally going off topic. So to stay on the topic, I am involved with different people. Ryan Moreau is one of them. He's the youngest radical Islam political analyst in a country. He's been on TV. He's writes tons of articles. He's always on radio shows, and he runs it. He's now my go-to guy because I know he's not going to just say things for the sake of controversy or to get published, or and a lot of the people he knows, and this Reza Khalili is someone he's friends with, who is the author of this article. So I actually called him up after watching your video and ran it by him, and he actually read this article as well, and he says that these sources are pretty legitimate. Although he argues that he's hard-pressed to think that Iran will sabotage political advancements with the U.S. because they want to get their sanctions lifted. He's hard-pressed to think that they would want to risk that, but I also brought up something to him that he said is a possibility, that Iran's back is against the wall. Time is of the essence. You have Israel, who already acted in Syria, and you have Israel that has constantly said that they are going to take care of the Iranian situation with or without us. And because of our cold shoulder with the Obama administration, they're not very friendly towards Israel, and that's been historically something that's gone on throughout the presidency. So we weren't even notified when they attacked Syria. So it shows the disconnectedness between Israel and the U.S. and that's part of the problem. If they don't feel like they can trust us, they're going to go at it alone. And Iran knows this, and Iran will know this better than anybody. Now we're situated in a very hostile political environment right now, where there's a lot of distrust. There's the Obama administration is kind of off its footing right now on the defense, and I believe that bombing in Massachusetts, although I don't think it would be directly connected to Iran, it was a great study tool. If I was the enemy, I would have watched that and said, oh, okay, now I have an idea of how they're going to react. Now imagine how they're going to react if they don't catch the people. You saw how so I think that there's a really good possibility that this is something that we might see within the near future, some kind of attack. And to back that up, Ryan, who's friends with Reza Khalili actually was a member of the Revolutionary Guard at one point and became disillusioned around the late 80s, early 90s with Islam, came to the United States and converted to Christianity. That's kind of his background. But he said that he is pretty legitimate with his sources. So this is something to add a little bit more credence to than most other articles. And I mean, if you have any questions, or mind you, by all means, ask me, and I will, if I don't know the answer, I can definitely get the answer from Ryan. He's pretty, he does it for a living. And he's a friend of mine and somebody that I work with on a regular basis. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just to give you a little extra confidence in this article and in Reza Khalili. So, all right, do your best. Let God do the rest, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching.